Hello, I'm Louise and we've made it to the end of the week. We are going to start with a review of our most recent learning. So this time I would like you to be thinking about those phoneme-grapheme correspondences and also when we use them. Let's start with our deck. S, z, ch. Now it's the long spelling of ch. When do we use it? At the end of a one-syllable word following a short vowel. Ch, k, sh. Now we have been using this CH with ch. When did we use it? So we used it at the end of a one-syllable word after a vowel team or directly following a consonant. J, as in jam. G. And we also know that it can, not always, but it can make a j. K, s. And here we have those when it's following a vowel, E, S as in scent, C as in city, Psy as in cycle, J as in gym, J as in gem, J as in giant. Great. Our learning intention for today. This is the end of the week, so we always review. So today, our learning intention is we are going to review the soft C and G, and also the prefix dis to read and write our words. Here we go. First activity. We're coming up to our first word grid. What I would like you to do is I would like you to pause on this in a moment, and I would like you to go through and just identify where you can see those hard and soft G grapheme spelling patterns. Then have a go at reading yourself. Many of these words you've seen throughout the week. Some of them are new. Some of them have prefixes or suffixes added. Pause the video. Have a go on your own first, and then we'll come back and read together. How did you go? Have a look on the chart. See if you picked out all of those soft S phoneme grapheme patterns and the soft J phoneme grapheme patterns. You can see that I left the hard sounds off. Let's read through. Today, we are reading straight through for fluency. Read with me. Urgent, comic, city. We're going to sweep underneath those syllables. Dis, gust, ing, disgusting. Cust, customer. Goggles, pencil, cutting. Let's sweep the syllables. Gymnastics, bicycle, camera, circle, gather, computer, cylinder. Okay, I'm going to give you a row and I would like you to read through those words as quick as you can, accurately. So don't go too fast that you don't get your pronunciation right, but quicker than we just were. Let's start with row 3. Go. Together, camera, circle, gather, computer, cylinder. Let's do row 2. Your turn first. Go. Together, goggles, pencil, cutting, gymnastics, bicycle. Do the last row on your own. Top row. Go. Excellent. Now, kind of take a camera shot of this board with your eyes. See if you can lock away those spelling patterns, because we're going to be moving on to our dictation now. I'll give you lots of prompts, but some of the words will come from here. Okay, make sure you have something to write on and something to write with. You also might need coloured pencils, or if you have a highlighter, could you please get that ready too? Let's come back for dictation. Dictation activity. Why do we do dictation? It's really, really important. We have to make sure that we are using the information and the learning from the week and applying that to our written words. The first thing I'll do with the dictation today is I will read it out twice. If you would like to press pause and write your dictation, you can do that. The next time I read out the dictation, I will give lots of prompts. If you would like to hear the prompts, wait for the second time I read it out. Here it is, ready to listen? Do you have all of your pencil and paper organised? Here we go. The sentence is, they were disgusted with the winner of the gymnastics contest in the city. I'll read it again. Remember, you're trying to create that little bit of a mental picture in your head of what's happening in this sentence. It will help you hold the information in. I'll read the sentence again. They were disgusted with the winner of the gymnastics contest in the city. Pause if you would like to try on your own. Listen now, and I will scoop the sentence into phrases and give you some prompts. They were disgusted. Right? They were disgusted. With the winner. With the winner. When you come to the word winner, it's our doubling rule. We're going to double that consonant before we add the double it. They, check your work as I read along. They were disgusted, past tense, on the end. With the winner, next part, of the gymnastics. Of the gymnastics. Break gymnastics into its syllables. Break it down. Gym, nas, ticks. Tap and say j, I, n, a, s, t, I, k, s. The word is gymnastics. Tap and say along with your work. They were disgusted with the winner of the gymnastics, last phrase, contest in the city. Contest in the city. contest, contest, in the city. It's one of our prompt words, city. Are you ready to check our work? Here's the sentence. You can follow along while I read it out to you. They were disgusted with the winner of the gymnastics contest in the city. This is time where your eyes, brains, all the review that we've done this week need to check your work. Pause the screen. Check word by word that you have the correct spelling. Capital letters and a full stop also has to be included. Pause, check your work. We are now up to our reading passage. The reading passage this week is quite complex, but we're going to do it together. The first thing though, let's just activate and find in here some of the spelling patterns that we have been learning this week and possibly last week as well. So, listen as I read. You're listening for that soft C, S phoneme, and you're also listening for the J phoneme. So listen as I read. I'll go sentence by sentence or line by line right now. Georgie, the energetic cyclist, urgently sprinted through. How many did you find? Remember, you can always pause and have a look with eager eyes to find those spelling patterns. Here we go. J for Georgie. J in energetic. There is 2 in the word Georgie. Look at this. Georgie. Cyclist. Urgently. There's something else that we need to pay attention to that you may not have had in your irregular or high frequency word as yet. So this word has got a quad graph in it. Can you see something that's in the top row that's got a quad graph? Through. We have got these 4 letters making an oo sound. Quad graph. Okay, line 2. The city streets to gather all the goggles and let's identify city. Now gathered is that hard G, so I'm going to leave it. All the goggles, hard G, you feel it in your gut. And, okay, next line. Gumboots from the central gym, she. Now, it's not making a lot of sense because I'm stopping line by line. We're going to read it a couple of times. You always read things multiple times to really make sure we have a clear picture in our mind what's going on. Gumboots, G. Central, where is it? S. Gym, she. Quickly snatched up the items to place in her fancy. Where is it? Over here. End of a word. Oh, have I missed one? Quickly snatched up the items to place. Place. Aha. Now that looks like it might have that vowel digraph there. But in the spelling of this, we are hearing that soft C. Circular backpack. Circular. This is making a different phoneme. We don't need to underline. As she raced like a comet to the grocery store. Okay, let's pick it. Race. Now this is an unusual one because we're adding a suffix as well. Remember when we're adding that vowel suffix, we would have dropped an E. So it is still making that S phoneme here, even though this is actually part of the suffix. Like a comet, hard, to the grocery store. Grocery store. She struck a gigantic icy patch. Disorder. Okay. She struck a gigantic here. Different. Okay, not there. Have I missed one? Yes, I have. It's something to do with what she hit. What kind of patch? It was a gigantic icy patch. Okay, here. Erupted around her. Items bounced across the... Okay, erupted around her. Items bounced. Aha, it's another one where we've added a suffix, but that CE pattern is referring back to that. Across the cement, shooting out like stars across the galaxy. Cement, shooting out like stars across the galaxy. Hard go. Okay, so we've identified the learning of the phonemes and graphemes that we have learnt this week. Can we find any prefixes? Dis, can you spot it? As she raced like a comet to the grocery store, she struck a gigantic icy patch. Disorder erupted around her. What's our word? Disorder. Here is our prefix. Means the absence of order, not order. Okay, second read through. I am going to read through the text fluently. This time, I want you to imagine the picture growing in your mind. I want you to create a video in your mind of what's happening in our text. Just listen and create that mental model. Georgie, the energetic cyclist, urgently sprinted through the city streets to gather all the goggles and gumboots from the central gym. She quickly snatched up the items to place in her fancy circular backpack. As she raced like a comet to the grocery store, she struck a gigantic icy patch. Disorder erupted around her. Items bounced across the cement, shooting out like stars across the galaxy. How's that looking in your mind? Is Georgie wearing a helmet? What colour's her helmet? Can you imagine all those items bouncing all over that cement? What kind of items are they going to be? It tells us they're going to be gumboots and goggles. Can you picture that? Okay. Icy patch. Can you imagine that cyclist? Her bike is going flat out because she's travelling urgently. Okay, it's hit it. Things go everywhere. Disorder erupted. It's not like a few things fell out and it was okay. No, it was chaotic. Disorder erupted. Okay, echo reading. I say, scoop the phrases, you repeat. You need to copy my intonation. So I'm not going to read like a robot. We're going to read with expression. Let's do it. Georgie, the energetic cyclist, urgently sprinted through the city streets to gather all the goggles. You repeating after me. Expression, no robot talk. And gumboots from the central gym. She quickly snatched up the items to place in her fancy circular backpack. What was it? Circular backpack. Expression. As she raced like a comet to the grocery store, she struck a gigantic, Gigantic, icy patch. Disorder erupted around her. Items bounced across the cement. Shooting out like stars across the galaxy. Well done on your echo reading. Fantastic. Next task, final task. You are going to press pause. You are going to read this passage out loud with expression 2 times. Press pause. I wish I was in with you and I could hear your magnificent reading. I am sure that you, with practice, become more and more fluent. That's what we do. At the same time, we are creating that really in-depth picture in our mind. Reading's fun and it creates all of those beautiful images. And at the same time, we're practicing all of our spelling of the words that we've been reading and writing this week. Fantastic. We're at the end of the week. This is your last independent activity for the week. On your screen, you will see now 2 different reading passages. What you are going to do for your independent activity is pick one of those reading passages and redo exactly what we just did together. You are going to identify the hard and soft G and C phoneme grapheme patterns in the writing. You can underline any words that have a prefix or a suffix that you know, and then you are going to read it not once, not twice, 3 times with expression and fluency. Well done this week. I'll see you next time.